goals has nothing to do with discipline.
The real culprit is friction, and it slowly erodes your progress.
Unlike what most people believe, it isn't because of laziness or poor discipline, but it's a lack of direction and purpose that leaves you feeling stuck and overwhelmed. That's why the highest achievers set micro goals, small actionable milestones that lead to one big goal. But now the question is, how do you know what micro goals to set? Because planning a solid roadmap can take hours or even days.
That's why I use an AI project planner called Motion.
It creates all my micro goals for anything I want to achieve. Let's say I want to do a bodybuilding show in 6 months' time. I simply create a new project, prompted the details of my goal and when I want to achieve it by. Now Motion will give me a detailed breakdown of actionable steps to take, while even blocking out time in my calendar to make sure I hit my milestones along the way.
All right. Well, after staring at this for a while, we were unable to conclusively improve the line. Isn't that nice? So we're just going to run some ass. It's going to be awesome. Ass is a bit extreme. We're going to play into some fiction. Okay. I swear Masquerade comes to every fight. Okay. No Mian Shao. We're bringing... Who else? Penguin? And Huntail makes an appearance. Though I hope he doesn't actually make an appearance. Okay. We need Brick Break on you. For Ice Punch. And then you absolutely need a Citrus. We're not teaching a special move, so that's kind of how we're leaning into fiction, is that there's no guarantee we're getting a screen turn 1. Although, admittedly, getting attacked is actually better for us. Okay, I think it's no item U. Does Mask get an item? I suppose that Mask gets an item for fictional purposes only. Drapion. Okay. What's the HP here? The HP is just 90, right? Okay. And then what about Dreadnought? Dreadnought is taking 2 attacks. All right, we're coming in on Rock Slide, and then we're taking Earthquake. So that's 125 and 98. 23, so 124 is perfect. Let's make sure those are max rolls. 98 and 25. Yes. Max rolls at -1 attack. So we get you into you into you. Good evening, brother Jay. How are you? Welcome in. We're about to face the bane of Ben's existence. Ruin Maniac Rigor. Well, hopefully it cooled off for you. It was a really nice, finally like a cool 70s day here. Okay, item list is good. You get a citrus. Does citrus help us? I don't even think citrus helps us. All right, what's the worst case? Worst case, we're never taking a +2 attack. So the worst case is like double liquidation crit, which could put us in. Okay, we'll do it. It's worth a citrus. That's fine. Do you need a citrus? I don't think so. Oh, you need black glasses. Okay. Didn't even see that. Is that even true? I don't think it is true. I actually think that Huntail is just straight up a better secondary option, so we're gonna just use that. First time it's ever been true that Huntail is better at something than Drapion. How about that? All right, you got Brick Break, right? Brick Break, Citrus Berry, cool. Citrus, none. Citrus, orange, black glasses. Okay, there's a little bit of fiction turn 1, and if we dodge the fiction, I think the fight is free. I have no plan if the fiction happens, so we'll just see how that goes. I stared at this for a while. I found nothing better, so we are just running what we got. But it is a rare 1 Pokemon counter to the Dragapult. I feel like I always use 2 slots, and this time I'm not. Please wipe! Wipe the floor with your PB! What's up, Inka? We can't all 5-mon maxi like you. Some of us have to struggle with random desert trainers. Why not? Gremmy dunked on the Elite Four today. Nick, oh my god, all the goats showing up early. This fight is hard enough. I'll do the real music. Where's Ben when we need him? All right. So here's the deal. We do not have a special move. We are never dead to Hex crit. We live on 3 HP. Curse Body doesn't matter because we're never clicking the same move twice. The only thing that can screw us here is exactly turn 1. Oh, I'm an idiot. Nope. No, this is just a bad plan. Never mind, just a bad plan. Because we are not dealing enough damage turn 1 if he clicks Reflect, which is, of course, the most likely thing. Yay. Pray for me. It's a bad plan. Yeah, see, we were supposed to do enough so that we can kill with Ice Shard after this. Now that's not going to happen. after what was supposed to happen, but I'm an idiot, is we were supposed to go Avalanche into ice, into Brick Break, into Ice Shard, and guarantee no screens. Now we're gonna really hope for Reflect here, even though it shouldn't click it. Not shouldn't, it's like 40% to click Light Screen, which would be great for us. This is ass, absolutely, bad start. Okay. Are we dead to another Hex? Now the pre-damage is terrible also. We're just dead to Hex now. Awesome. At least it's a guaranteed move. I have some choices I can make. I think it's worth trying to steer it a little. Because we have a guy. We would have to use Empoleon HP, which is very valuable here. But we first have to get this thing lower. Where's my Guts Goon Queen? Yeah. I forgot, man. I was so worried about him not clicking Reflect and me accidentally, or sorry, I was worried about him hitting Reflect and us high roll critting and killing him that I forgot the part where my damage just goes down. Truthfully, I didn't have any play around that either, at least not that I found. So we're feeling great. Oh, yeah. All right, so right now there's no Reflect on the field. I'm turn 3 steering. There's no Reflect on the field. I think Drapion is the correct... Oh, and I bet I still have black glasses like an idiot. Yes, sir! Let's go. Awesome. Alright, so let's do that. Go Drapion. There's Reflect. Awesome. Whatever. Scary Face doesn't help us. We're still too speedy. Okay. So we go Toxic. Take a Light Screen. That's nice. That means we can still use Drapion for steerage later. Okay. Interesting, he went for a Light Screen, so there's no Reflect right now. He's pretty likely to click it. We're gonna go back to Sand Slash. Click. Oh, okay. 43 looks fine. Paralysis also fine. I think we're screwed. Okay. Is there definitely no Reflect up? I might have to take the Ice Shard risk here. Let's remember what we did. Turn 1, we Avalanche. Turn 2, we Brick Break. We got rid of the screens. Turn 3, we switched to Drapion on a Hex. Turn 4, we clicked Toxic, and he clicked Light Screen. So there is no Reflect. So if we hit through, so option A here, and we're 43 HP. Sorry. 43 HP. Dragon Breath is never a KO. So this is always Hex again. Alright, so if I can't figure out something better, this is... I have Ice Shard hit through paralysis, KOs, no screens up, and we recover the line. I promise the rest of the line isn't this garbage. I promise. If we can get back to it. Something doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up. If he had to have clicked Reflect on the switch to Drapion, because Drapion has taken no damage but Sand Tick. So Reflect is up, and I'm an idiot. And because Reflect is up, we just have to go to Penguin here. Yeah. We just have to. Ice Shard doesn't even kill. Toxic plus Sand is going to kill this turn, so we can't get Penguin in Defog before Crook comes out. Empoleon on Hex is going to take 21. So we're not even always dead to Earthquake. He can start setting up bulk ups, which is kind of sort of disaster. Light Screen is up 2, so we no longer prevent setup. We're in wipe season. We are certainly in wipe territory all of a sudden. All right, let's just put Reflect and Light Screen up. Attempt 1 might be over very soon. Alright, that looks like barely under 20. Mineral Ice Shard is 18, so I don't even think we always KO with screens up. And he's Light Clay, so we have 6 more turns of screens. Do we have any other way? Yeah, it doesn't help. So because my Masquerade's full HP, what I'm supposed to do is get Dreadnought in on Crocodile and KO it with Rock Tomb Liquidation. 1, that no longer KOs, and 2, he can bulk up on my Masquerade and raise his defense. So I probably have to get Drapion back in to Toxic him and just let him bulk up on me. And then once he does the bulk up stuff, then he's got Power Trip active. So this is, we are not just clicking buttons here. Even if I click Ice Shard, hit through, and KO, things are bad. How bad? Bad enough that it might be better. It might be better to go Mask. Because if I can take damage on Mask, right now, I can prevent. Good job being Citrus. Okay, if I take damage on Mask, then it's still Crocodile Fast Kill, and he's always going to click Rock Slide. It costs us some tempo. But we can do like a Drapion pivot with Mask, stall some turns, and get some intim. How many turns can I stall, right? It's been 2 turns of Reflect so far. Light screen turns also matter. We can't let the light screen has to go down before Cloister. So I think step 1 is to go Masquerade. And if this guy doesn't die to Sand plus Toxic, I'm an idiot and we deserve to wipe. Alright. That should help us prevent setup going forward, at least for a couple of turns. Masquerade coming to every single sand fight is kind of insane. Alright. Intimidate Crocodile is clicking Rock Slide always. Go back to Drapion. They say. They are fools. Okay. Alright. Crocodile always sees a KO with Earthquake and nothing else. So we can go back to Mask. So that was... We got to keep track of the... I don't really think I can keep track of the turns. I think that was 4 now. On the switch to Drapion, then Drapion did an attack. That's 2. Yeah, Reflect goes up. It's 8 turns, right? Reflect goes up to Drapion. Well, as Drapion switches in. Then we Toxic. That's turn 2. Then we switch to Sand Slash. That's turn 3. Then we went to Mask. That's turn 4. Then we went to Drapion. That was turn 5. So this is already turn 6. Okay, okay, we are in this. How are we in this? Don't ask me that. Don't ask me those questions. Bad. -1 Rock Slide into Mask at this HP because we took Hex is always still a KO, so he cannot set up still. If we go to Drapion, we are always going to be dead to Earthquake again. Okay. Okay. This just in, Shell Armor still a really good ability. And by the way, not having Citrus here bails us out. If we have Citrus, we would heal out of range and let him set up. So Black Glasses OP. Earthquake. Sorry. This is always Earthquake. We go back to Mask. Hold up. I think we're okay. Yeah. Mask will still be above 50%. I was worried that we were going to trigger Citrus. Earthquake. He's -2. Reflect ends. Come on. Still green. Rock Slide min roll is 80. He can't set up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, next question. Are we going to bait what we need to bait? How much damage are we taking? We're taking a minimum of 16 and 62. We're taking 78. We're at 124. So we're going to be at 46 HP. All right. It's still kind of the worst version of the line, but it's the line. God, this was so ass. This was so ass. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Now, Reflect is gone. We have killing rolls with liquidation, so he can't set up. That's why we couldn't do any of this until we got him in. We're slower. For now, we live Earthquake. And we click Rock Tomb. Because that's what you do on the ground types. Okay. Rock Tomb does 15% minimum. Liquidation does 87% because we have a naughty, naughty turtle right here. Mineral liquidation from Cloister is 48. So because we pre-damaged to live on 1 at -1, we were bailed out here and still got what we needed. This is the worst version because we wanted random move Cloister so that we didn't have to come in on liquidation, but that's life. Is there a world? No, there is no world where I go to Sand Slash. We're still not out. Now Penguin can die to like double crit, I think. Because Penguin needs to not just KO this, but also deal other damage. At least we can't get liquidation dropped. No, we have killing rolls with Flash Cannon. He cannot set up on Penguin. We always KO with Flash Cannon into Aqua Jet if we miss the range. If he were to Shell Smash, we would just one-shot him. We are slower. Let's double check that. Aqua Jet is 6 minimum. Flash Cannon with no damage boost is 105. He has 111 HP. Yeah, so I don't need the Icy Wind, just Flash Cannon. Yeah, well, you know, Thoot is more virtuous than I am. What can I say? All right, we low rolled. That was a 68% chance to KO. Wasn't a min roll though. Thoot is a gladiator. Well, we are like Thoot in that we are currently running up some hot garbage. We've got the market cornered on rock types with water coverage, though. That'd kill me. All right, and then Shelgon is slower than us. Max special attack Flash Cannon does 50% with exactly 1 roll, so he can't Dragon Dance. Brick Break crit is 96, so we survive. This is so ass. This was, by the way, this part was the original plan. This is the good part of the plan where things were supposed to have. This is how it's supposed to play out. Oh my god, and we have to hit a range, don't we? Maybe. Is this highest damage move? I didn't even... I could have put damage boost on the other guy too, I just didn't. Oh, my fossil. Ah, my fossil was literally the one fossil I said I didn't want. I tried to intentionally route to dupe out freaking Kabutops. Is Kabutops that bad? No. But I already have Dreadnought and Tortuga both available. I got both. And now I have the third freaking water rock physical shell armor guy. Kill me. We flash cannon and we never die. High roll would be great. Decent roll. Alright, we're Citrus, but we're probably dead to crit after this. 86. We're dead to most crits. We can no longer do the Drapion thing. Yet. We can't do the Drapion thing yet. Okay, we might have to take it. So, situation. If I get him to -1, can I live? $54 HP on Drapion. There is no way we live 2 attacks, even if we get an Intimidate. Okay? Option number 2, we can go to Huntail and hit an Ice Beam range. And then if we miss the range, we're just dodging crit. I think it's better to risk the range on Huntail. How good do I think the range is? Decent. That looks like we at least rolled 45%. Min roll Ice Beam's 53. So if I would bet, this is like an 80% range that we could have absolutely made 100% with Nevermelt Ice. We're dead to every crit of Dragon Rush. We are faster. Weirdest Huntail moveset you've ever seen. Let's go! Easy fight! It's too easy. World champ difference. Shout out to Wolf Glick for any BGC fans out there. Wow. Wow, that was absolute ass. By the way, guys, if you didn't tune in yesterday, this is exactly how well I played yesterday, too. This is an all-time terrible desert split with no deaths. Wolf Glick is a cheater and a fraud. He's just better than you. That's all that means. He doesn't need to cheat. He's just better. Reads your damn mind, then reads your soul, and knows which one you follow. Also, if you guys, I don't know who was around for this, but Wolf Glick Emerald Kaizo was fire content. Incredible stuff. Yeah, that was, I'm a little embarrassed, guys. I haven't had a turn 1 steer in a minute, except for my planned steer garbage that I used to get to CRR. But hey. Attempt 1 continues despite my own gameplay. Yikes. Let's get the tunes back. Now we have to beat this guy with a Carnivine. How do you beat this guy with a Carnivine? I did not switch Ape in on Retaliate, that is true. So far, my experience with Penguin has been like, hey, Penguin's fine as long as you risk it on a crit, like every other fight. That's been the experience so far. Keeping him in on Retaliate. Oh, thank you for clarifying, Jay. That's so much better and not at all equally ass. All right. How do we beat the Hippowdon? Can we just agree that while Ape is very good at many things, taking boosted Retaliate is not one of them? Just got to keep the record straight. Well, consider the record straight. It is straightened. So it was straightened. Ape lived it on my current run. I have no words. All right, every other time I've done this fight, I have just used Torterra to, destroy the Hippowdon. And now I am faced with a world where I have a Carnivine that can't outspeed a Hippo. Wow, Carnivine actually has lower base speed, so that's normal. That's normal? That's normal? Are you kidding me? All right, do I have anyone that doesn't die to Earthquake crit? I may not. Do I have anything that's not dead to crit turn 1 attack move? Guys? Guys? Okay. We literally can't lead. Awesome. Intimidate. Get in there. Sure. So I guess we bring Masquerain then. Jesus, another Masquerain desert fight. Oh, wait, let me check on Kabutops over here. F this guy, man. F this guy. Oh yeah, here, Inca. Let me show you. Right, so for some lore, we ran what ended up being a fairly decent Watson line, but a terrible looking Watson team, and got incredibly unlucky, and lost 3. We needed to get good luck to be deathless, but we should have gotten out with 1 death most of the time and lost 3. It was very frustrating. But that aside, we've pretty much carried some hot garbage and a minus attack Sneasel to this point. And now we have a Weavile, and now we have a Steel-type starter, and we've got a sturdy Donphan, and we've got a Mickey Flame. We've got some things, we just have bad versions of everything. But one of the things I was really happy I did was save the 111 encounter. I didn't have to pull for a ground type to deal with Watson. And so what do I get? Frickin' Annex. And I know it's a good one, but no. There's no such thing as a good Onyx when you already have a Gigalith and a Caracosta and a Weavile and a Donphan. Sorry, not a Weavile. Gigalith, Caracosta, Dreadnought, Sandslash, like, no. And we had dupes. We had Excadrill dupe, we had Boulder dupe, we had, like, where's my Vibrava, man? Where's my Trap and Chat? And then we pull a pretty good Drapion. Can't complain about this. This guy's like max speed, naive, very good. Gonna struggle to help with Tabitha's Espeon, but we have a Weavile, so I think we'll figure it out. And then we hit this guy, who we have named Glalie, because Glalie is the single worst Pokemon I've ever seen, and this Kabutops makes me wish I still had Glalie. The one Pokemon I didn't want, Battle Armor, so I don't even have Swift Swim to differentiate it from my Dreadnought, and then minus defense, 3 Spadef. The one thing my Dreadnought is minus Spadef. So like, okay, if it could take some special hits, maybe. It is strictly worse than my Dreadnought in every single way. It takes more damage, it deals less damage. It's at the same speed tier. It is an absolute F, and it is my seventh normal resist. Obviously, all the fossils are a normal resist, but did it really need to be my third water rock type? Yeah, I was mad about it when it happened. I am still mad now, and I will be mad until I find a way to have Kabutops die. F this guy, man. All right, rant over. Sign me up for Rampardos, man. Does Rampardos do the same thing as 19 other Pokemon in my box? It might do nothing, but it's got Mold Breaker. Mold Breaker hits through Sturdy. Sheer Force hits like a truck. It's always Mold Breaker. Yeah, we can hit through Sturdy. Absolutely. It's 165 base attack, guys. I'm pretty sure I can find an opening for a Pokemon with 165 base stab, zoom lens, head smash to do some work later in the game. I may not be the most talented player in the world, but I think I could figure that out. Even if it's just dying on like Maxi or something. It's just, I don't care. I don't care. I'll position it in a double battle. It's something other than what I already have. The only thing that Kabutops does for me is Rapid Spin. And so we'll count, chat. We'll count how many Rapid Spins Kabutops clicks usefully this run. And if the answer is less than 2, then I stand by my previous statement. F that guy, man. I know that Rampardos isn't good, but the fact that it's a debate about whether Rampardos or Kabutops is better for my box tells you how ass this Kabutops is. Well, trust me when I say that Kabutops will not be here on. You let it into Ferrothorn so it could just die? What? Just like hope that he doesn't click rocks? Was that the plan? That seems wild to lead it into a grass type. Oh no, he was Gyro Ball. That's right. Gyro Ball, Double Sting, and Explosion, right? No Power Whip. So that's better. That's reasonable. You didn't lead it then. You intimed Protective Pads, and you sat there and said, okay, as long as I can get rid of the rocks, if he booms after that, I'm cool. That makes way more sense. Yeah, straight up leading it to me, I'm like, well, what do you do if he just like Quick Claw rocks you? Or did you not play around the Quick Claw? Like, because I've usually I'm like I'm a pre-burn knockoff lead on that grunt, and then, well, I've used Torkoal. That's what I end up usually doing. I'll do knockoff Brick Break with somebody with pre-burn so I don't do too much damage, and then pivot into a spinner that can KO. Like a Turtonator or a Torkoal in my last run. Alright, Masquerain drops Sandforce guy off the rip. Now he's clicking Rock Slide. Great. So Dreadnought can come in on -1 Hippo, and we get Rock Tomb. Sorry, we just click double liquidation, and the Hippo dies, and we're at, call it 0 HP. It doesn't matter. Oh, we're faster than the goat. All right, so we're gonna get. Oof. Oh, maybe we have to do 2 Intimidates, so we can get a consistent move out of Next Man Up. All right, at -2. How does that? Oh, I put Dynamax on. At -2, it works a lot better. Cool. So at -2, I should be able to get high horsepower Excadrill with a Citrus Berry, because I love using up Citrus Berries. And then what? That's another Intim if I want it. for freebies, but then I'm getting Ironhead or Rock Slide, which is actually kind of fine. Except that Rock Slide crit into sand just kills my Float Soul. Okay. Never mind. It's not going to be Ironhead because I Intimidate. And I'm slower, so he's never going to Rock Polish. He's always still KO, so it's going to be Rock Slide. We go to Mienshao. Okay, we Mienshao, we KO. Then what? We're going to outdamage Golem. Don't need Wise Glasses. And we're outdamaged by Go-Goat. Okay. Who beats the goat? Mickey? Mickey Flame? Will the real Mixter please stand up? Uh, 80 speed. Hold on. Icicle Crash guy. All right. So if we Drain Punch once, and then he either Leech Seeds us or Horn Leeches in the worst case. We do some chip. We don't have to do that much. Yeah, we can't use Avalanche because of potential Leech Seed. The people need Wings Pokemon cover album of the Shady LP. Entitled I'm IB Shady, or I know a lot of Eminem. That was my jam back in the day. Back when I was an angry teenager, absolutely. So it's funny, a couple years back, I attended a wedding for my wife's friend from school, and it was postgraduate school, so her friends knew me as the professional boyfriend, right? I showed up, like I didn't go to parties, I didn't go out, I didn't go to the bars with them. I would just be at random like apartment things that people were doing as hangouts. And I was always showed up in business attire because back then I was in the office 5 days a week. No one had ever heard of COVID yet. So it was all these, like, they're my age, but they looked at me as like an adult, and they're young people and they're having fun. Fast forward to this wedding, and the last song they played was The Real Slim Shady, and I was feeling myself and performed the hell out of that song. And the look on their faces when they realized I was a real human with a real personality, I will cherish that for a long, long time. They did not know. Okay. Hold up. Scolipede? Scolipede has entered the building? Oh man. Yo, I had a lot of anger as a teenager, and if you want to relate to anger, you listen to some old school Eminem. It's old school now. At the time, it was just listening to Eminem. It's crazy how fast music becomes like outdated, we'll say, or like a classic, a so-called classic. All right, so here's the plan. We're going to use our terrible Scolipede, and we're going to out-heal the healing Go-Goat. So we're going to switch in on Hornleaf or Earthquake. We're going to have a Citrus Berry attached, because, again, we love using up Citrus Berries. We're going to click Leech Life. He can also click Leech Seed on us. We don't care. Is that true? Yeah, we don't care. We're going to click Leech Life once. We're going to do a lot of damage. Official number, a lot. He's going to click Rock Slide or Leech Seed again. And then I guess we go to Mienshao and finish somehow. Mienshao should be able to finish. And then we just get Golem last. Do we have a hard counter for Golem? We do. We have... Oh my god, you're slower. Donphan! Be faster! It's a Golem. It's slow. That's what it does. It be slow. Alright, do we not have a hard... We also don't have a hard counter for Golem. We are so cooked, guys. Oh yeah, they don't know. You supervise college kids, and the number of them that haven't heard extremely popular songs in the early 2000s is crazy. Yeah. And yet completely unsurprising, right? Like, they just... There's so much stuff. It's all new all the time, and if it's not new, it's not good. Like, there's no... Nothing sticks around. So we have no special coverage here is the problem. None of our Pokemon... Okay. So we need to bait Wild Charge so we can get Donphan in for free. That is... Is that true? No, Donphan's a hard counter. It's last mon, he can't explode, so me seeing 100% is fine. Doesn't matter that Donphan's slower. All right, let's look at this line one more time. Jay, I have bad news for you. You will spend the rest of your life being made to feel older more and more often. I was a teenager the first time it happened to me. It's true, man. When I was a kid, I always wanted to become the coach of my swim team. We grew up swimming in my family. That's just what that's just what you did. Like other families, you signed up for t-ball. We signed up for swimming. I had the opportunity as an 18-year-old, still on the team as a swimmer, to somehow become the head coach. And that was a really cool and exciting thing for me at the time. It's still cool. It's still cool for me. And I had a kid come up to me one day in my second season, and he says, "Hey, coach, I saw your name on the record board. That's so cool. I didn't know you had a record." It was a record I was like 8 years old. It was like one lap of a butterfly, like a very unimpressive thing. This is not a flex. Long since broken. And then he looks at me and he says, "I was born the next day." And that was the moment when I realized I was going to be old for the rest of my life. Because at 19, a 12-year-old, by the way, this is not like a 5-year-old, a 12-year-old humbled me with the things that happened before he was born that were big accomplishments in my life at the time. And it just never stopped happening. All right, we need to get this to -2. Oh, this is cool. We're bringing Onyx. Totally. Onyx moment right here, guys. So, we're going to lead Masquerain. We're going to drop him to -1. Masquerain prevents setup with Scald. Desert Plus has been terrible. I don't know how else to say it. We have lost 0 Pokemon. Every fight has been a steer. My plans have been hot garbage. and I'm moving at a snail's pace. But other than that, it's going great. Thank you for asking. GG's on your incredible Hellroom performance. I wish that my lines were that clean, but they are the opposite. Yeah, how good are we? We're bringing Onyx. That's how good our lines are. But, hear me out. This is a weak armor value moment, which is why I'm excited to do it. Right? We need to prevent Curse on Hippowdon, and Intimidate makes that difficult. However, we're going to be taking a Rock Slide on Onyx, and so Onyx is going to drop its defenses. We're going to take 8%, and then we're going to drop our defenses, and we only have to pre-damage like 3 damage. And then Rock Slide, and then Earthquake will always KO again. So we can go back to Masquerain. So again, we're gonna be very, very fast on this Onyx. So the fastest Onyx in all the West. And then we also have an outside shot to use Onyx on Golem, but we probably won't. Could this play go horribly wrong? Probably. If everything else I've done is an indicator of how this line's gonna go, we're about to lose 0 Pokemon in epic fashion. Truly, this is a run to not be remembered. But I'm glad y'all are here to see me just steer the first half of the entire game. What could possibly go wrong? Also, Mienshao being a thing here is kind of bizarre to me. I don't really understand this team comp. I actually agree with you, Jay. I force myself to steer more in early game on purpose because I think it's the thing I'm worst at, and it's been kind of a heartening experience that this run I just seem to be able to find a way when I don't have a real answer. I don't have the hard counter. Hold on. Weak armor. Let's make sure it's not contact. It's all physical moves, right? Weak armor, physical attack. Yes. Oh, yeah, that can happen. That can happen without knowing the details. Sorry to hear it, and hope everything's better now. I think I can get, like... No, I can't get triple. This has to be a citrus. Let's not get greedy. You need a citrus, you don't. You need an Orin. You need a citrus. And then Mienshao. Does Mienshao need anything? No. I think self-awareness is the most important quality a person can have. Just point blank general life statement. Hippowdon on Onyx, 90. Plus minus 1 rock slide. 98. Sure. Jay is spitting every night. That guy is an elite friend, homie, chatter, clip taker, you name it. And one day he will be an elite run and bun champion. That's the day that I look forward to. Baby-faced wise man. Okay, let's get in there. We have like 4 bad counters, but it's gonna go fine. Nick asking Jay to be nice to him in Invoices chat also gave me a chuckle. I arrived after it had already happened, but I read the entire thread, and it was good stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Die. Citrus up. Get you. Go back. Get you. Leech life. Find a way. Yeah. Okay. Is it possible for Scalipede to die? That is an important question. I think it might be because mine's so bad. I don't think it is. I think it's close. Just realized that well, at least, oh no, I had the calc up, right? Let's go get this rare candy for good luck. Rare candy acquired. Masquerain, Intimidate, Rock Slide, Onyx. Weak Armor! Fast Annex. All right, because of the defense drop, he must Earthquake. Go back to Mask. Earthquake. Guaranteed Rock Slide. He's -2. At -2. Dreadnought doesn't die to Rock Slide into Earthquake despite Sand Force. We're faster. We 2-shot with Liquidation. Okay. 88 HP. Oh, crap. We needed another Intimidate. Well, this is a turtle. Here's the deal. There are 3 rolls of Iron Head that KO. Our Masquerain. Sorry, there are 3 rolls of Iron Head that KO our guy here. Masquerain is dead to Iron Head crit. Iron Head non-crit is fine. This is usually high horsepower. But we don't have counterplay. Most of our team dies to high horsepower. Nice. All right, so there you go. Another scuffed line. We're like 6 for 6, or however many sand fights there are. All right, with the Intimidate, this is guaranteed Rock Slide. Go to Mienshao. Take the Rock Slide. He's Air Balloon. Sand Force, no Focus Sash. We're faster despite being minus speed. We Drain Punch to full and KO. We bait, I think, Go-Go for out damage. We do. All right, we can stay in for 1. Is there a punish? Yes, there would be a punish with like Hornleech crit. I think to make our odds better, we actually take an Intim from Masquerain first. Yeah, because Donphan takes the Golem without help. He has no setup, right? He has no setup. This is Earthquake, Hornleech, Leech Seeds. Just never Rock Slide, and Rock Slide's the one we want to avoid. Hornleech, nice. This is Rock Slide. Okay. It is worth clicking Fake Out because he has leftovers to counteract the sand, but is taking sand damage. So this Fake Out is permanent chip. It's not permanent because it's probably clicking Horn Leech, but it's at least damage that can stick. And we heal with Regenerator, so we don't really care. We can do that again if we want to. I don't think it matters anymore. I'm going to keep doing it. Kind of until I get a Leech Seed. Oh no, Leech Seed on Mass doesn't even help. I'm dumb. But it's fine. We go back here at Rock Slide. And who knows, maybe that'll save me like a Citrus Berry. All right, second question, should I just stay in and Drain Punch? Now that he's -2, we're never dead to Horn Leech crit into Sand Chip. So we don't have to fear anything. This is a lot of effort to save a Citrus Berry. He's -2 attack, so most of the time we don't even take that much damage. So let's just Drain Punch. Regen Fu is a threat. I love recovering HP. All right. I think we KO from here. We KO from here on you as well. Horn Leech does like nothing. We're faster, we leech life, we KO, we take sand, and then we get Golem Head Smash always. He's Rockhead. We go Donphan. Donphan takes it like a champ. Donphan is slower, never dies, KOs with high horsepower, and he missed. You're a fraud, Golem. All right, we saved our Citrus Berry. That was a lot of effort to save a Citrus Berry. And we did it. We lost no Pokemon in the sand, despite some truly awful gameplay. That was the only fight we did well. But we have played to our outs. We have played to our outs. Sand is down. This is the Scissor Trainer that loves to claim. It took our good buddy Thoot earlier today. It's my first time doing it with Penguin and no real grass type. Should be fun. Soy! Alright, so I think electric types can get guaranteed U-turn, so let's start there. If I just put Luxray on the field... Ooh, how about you? No, that's a terrible idea. Okay. But I have to remember he's here if I do this. So Luxray Intimidate itemless. Must be itemless. Gets guaranteed U-turn. U-turn happens on Talon. We like to do this instead of just like leading Talonflame because then you can get the chip. Then you can get the fraud body. That is funny. Fake out Sucker Punch. Usually Talonflame makes this pretty safe. We take a tiny bit on Talonflame. We always outdamage Tangrowth. We are slow killed by Golly with Rock Slide Liquidation. And we're slow killed by Focus Sash Dugtrio. Yeah. Okay. So we would immediately eject the Golly with Acrobatics if we're itemless, and then we would get Dugtrio Stone Edge. On Dugtrio Stone Edge, I imagine we would go Donphan and do high horsepower Ice Shard He probably Hone Claws, but it doesn't really matter. I guess we would hold a Citrus Berry just in case, so that we're always getting Tangrowth for Leaf Storm Power Whip. On Tangrowth, we probably just spam Leech Life. To get ourselves dual Wing Beat Scissor back on the field. Hold on, hold on. We get dual Wing Beat Scissor. We go back to Luxray. Luxray tanks dual Wing Beat and always baits U-turn. How do we U-turn into this time? We take a -1 U-turn if we go Dreadnought. Dreadnought would fast KO Golisopod at that HP, so it can't come out, which means we'd get Noctowl for Hurricane Hypnosis. Oh, we'd have to like pre-poison Purrs him, right? That seems ass. Can we like Ice Punch this fool? No shot, right? Because you're terrible? Yeah, because you're terrible. The old terrible clause works every time. Oh, Weavile almost outspeeds Dugtrio. That'd be cool. Okay. So maybe we just can we get him? Can we break his ankles one more time is the question. Probably. We probably have the HP to break his ankles 3 times. So we start with the switch, we get the Golly into the Dugtrio. Golly's exited, it's below 50% always for the price of 10% of our HP on Talonflame and a potential burn. Ooh, potential burn means we might not get. Hold up. If we potential burn, then we don't get dual Wing Beat on the Scolipede, though. Right. 30% to get the wrong bait seems pretty bad. What would that mean? That would mean we would get Noctowl. Oh, man. Thought it was good. It was ass. All right. So does that mean we bring Mask? We get U-turn into Mask. Mask baits. Probably fast kill Hurricane. Yeah, that's no good. My Mask is so slow that it baits weird stuff. How about if we U-turn into Dreadnought right away? This fight do be tricky, indeed. But we'll find it. We have Talonflame, we have Donphan, we have a hard counter for Tangrowth, which can be a tricky thing. Like, we have the stuff, it's just going to take a minute. This is one of the first fights in a while that feels like I actually have the tools. Minus speed mask. See, I love my total, like the reset starter pack. This is not a starter pack. Yeah. This is not the IVs and natures I got are not things that people run, but it's been fun. I stand by the decision to run anything I get on attempt 1. Because what if? What if is the only thing we need to know. Heat Wave. Hold up. got a crazy one this morning? Oh, you would just bait Doug Trio. Okay. Okay. What if it's you? You take the U-turn. What do you bait? 112? Well, crit would get us Doug Trio, and non-crit would get us Noctail Slow Kill. That's ass. Okay. If not U-turn, what do I want to bait from this guy? Not much, huh? How about Sand Slash? Do you learn Fire Punch somehow? That would be crazy. We already know that we don't get Hidden Power Fire because we don't have special fire coverage on the squad yet. Unless it's a new, let's look at the new guys. Any of the new guys have Hidden Power Fire for us? Nope. That didn't take long. How about Gigalith? Gigalith baits always Bullet Punch. That's kind of funny. Kind of funny too. Hearthstone? Well, we could just two-shot with you and dodge double crit. Oh yeah, look at Onyx. Good call. Great idea. I'm sure that won't backfire miserably. Man. Stupid flame body. Ruining my cool line. So I guess we have to allow this guy to click moves. Do we just Willow him then? No, we want to be pretty high HP to bait what we want to bait. No Aqua Jet, right? Correct. Okay. So let's stick with the lead, but then let's try not to continue breaking the ankles. Let's try to deal with the team in the order it comes. So we still do U-turn into Golly. I don't really like getting Golly early, but the only thing I have that's going to one-shot and outspeed the Noctowl if I wanted to chain it, I don't think it's you. I think I have to chain with Weavile. I have to chain with Tangrowth. So I'd have to KO Golly somehow with Tangrowth still in the back and Noctowl still in the back. That seems unlikely. So I don't know that I can play around Blunder Policy effectively. It's a shame I can't just get the Heat Wave thing. And if I can get guaranteed Heat Wave, which Sand Slash would do, I can just go Rostberry Weavile and win. Or like pre-poison Weavile and win. Almost. Okay, so turn 1, we go into you. Go into you, go into you. You get Donphan. Donphan wins. We get Tangrowth. Tangrowth, we go Scully. Scully KOs. We assume no Flame Body to start. If we get no Flame Body, we can go back to Luxray. Ooh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's Luxray gonna bait? Well, fast KO you. You're dead. So if we just go to Luxray and bait a U-turn, oh, he's faster. And we can't give him an item. Or I'm faster. If I were slower, I could like slow nuzzle the Noctowl, which would be cracked. But we can't do that. So we would say we're getting another U-turn. And it's in that would give me Noctowl. For Hurricane. And this is just the classic, if he doesn't miss Hurricane, you're fine situation. No, our Dreadnought is actually so terrible that that doesn't even work. Oh, this works anyway. I'd be cooked. Do I have a better answer into you? Well, if I'm getting Leaf Storm, probably. Oh, this is where you bring like a Steel type. Right. So, let's say I whittle down with Scolipede. Yeah, let's say I whittle him down with Scolipede. With like a single Leech Life. I feel like I want to go Toxic, Leech Life, and then assess whether I need to protect before going here and Ice Shard. Because what that'll do, even though it's a bunch of slots, but that'll get me really likely exactly Heatwave Noctowl for fast kill. We outspeed the other two. So then we can go Weavile with the Rossberry. Yeah. No, I'm not even Rossberry. I think we do, because Heatwave in singles isn't KOing us, even with like 2 ticks of poison after. So I do think it's pre-poison Orin is good enough so that we play around like other fictional oh no, we won't even do the Orin thing. Pre-poison Persim. So if we messed up the line and we steer, we're still fine. Heatwave crit. Let's double check that we're not dead to Heatwave crit plus poison plus poison. I think we live on 1. 16. We take 16, so we live on 2. All right. That is called covering all of the options. The only thing then would be we misplanned the fight into the same blunder policy nonsense you're always trying to play around. And then we get like max roll heat wave crit burned or hit heat wave crit. I can live with that. And then we'll just kind of then we have to figure out the end game, which should be just Talonflame. We get a bug move, which should be very easy to do. Weavile's gonna bait Scissor Bullet Punch unless it's burned. If it is burned, we'll get Golisopod First Impression. If it's First Impression, we go to a Talonflame and we KO with Acro. And then we try to hit a Willow probably. Yeah. And if it's not, we still have lots of outs. Yeah. Okay. Probably not the fight to be doing it like steer heavy, but I think this is gonna work. Have to be itemless on Lux. I think I have to be itemless on Scolipede too. Scolipede Poison turn 1 is a little annoying, but still should be fine. And it's usually not even clicking that move. Leaf Blade. Brain. It's a lot of 4 itemless Pokemon is kind of crazy. Only this is a one of a kind fight. I'm not sure that's a good thing. Okay, and then we remove these items. We get in there. Citrus should be all we need. Again, the goal is an Ice Shard or Toxic Sandslash KO, so that we can get Heat Wave that doesn't miss from Noctowl. The coveted no blunder policy line is what we're going for. Okay, must be full HP on Weavile. We'll run out of potions. We better buy some more. Okay. In we go. We're out of Desert. Masquerade never doesn't have to come anymore. All right. I think we want burn here now. Talonflame, U-turn, no burn, get Golly. Golly has slow kill, but we acro trigger eject button. Or emergency exit, sorry. It always triggers even though we're minus attack. This should be slow kill Dugtrio with Arena Trap. He can't set up because he's slower. And he KOs. We go Donnie. Stone Edge hits. We go high horsepower. He Hone Claws. That's great. That means no poison point. This is Leaf Storm. We go Scolipede. We're itemless because of knockoff. This guy has knockoff, right? I'm not dumb. Yep, he has knockoff. He's -2. This is -2 special attack. This is always knockoff. It doesn't do very much. We leech life once. He can poison point here as well. Crit never kills. Crit in a poison never kills. We heal to full. There's poison point. Okay. He's below 50%, so now we have to do some math because he's poisoned. Again, the prize here is Sand Slash on field Ice Shard KO. We're taking a knockoff and we're itemless, which is almost no damage. So it's too free, as they say. Into Tangrowth, we do 23% with Ice Shard. Oh, we're faster, but we were too stupid to teach Ice Punch back. If we had noticed that we're faster, we could have taught Ice Punch and not have to do math. But we are stupid. So even our good lines are flawed. Step 1 is protect. Okay. And then I think I'm going to click Toxic and just take another one. I guess I can protect again. If the point is that I am just stalling a turn, I might as well protect again. Knock off. All right, we didn't need that because he's below 20%, but we don't play with the ruler, so that was our solution. We go Sand Slash. It's still knockoff. We take no damage. He's hurt by poison. We KO with Ice Shard. We get Noctowl for Heat Wave, fast kill. We go Weavile. Tank Heat Wave. We can't get burnt. He does crit. We always live, guys. We Icicle Crash. Noctowl dies. And when you're 4 HP, by the way, that was second highest roll of crit Heat Wave. Guaranteed Bullet Punch because it's priority. Still a guarantee. You gotta love it. You got to love it. So I think we actually go Luxray first for the Intimidate. And then what do we do here? This is U-turn. So I think now we go to Talonflame, that he's -1. He U-turns into Golly. There's the Flame Body. And now Golly is dead to Acrobatics, so he's going to First Impression 90% of the time. And we always KO. You're dead. We don't really have to worry about anything now. What's highest damage while I'm here? Highest damage is dual wing beat, double crit, and it does 41%. So we're always, well, he can bullet punch us. So we need to be a little bit above 50% every time. All right, we roost. There's a crit. 91 is safe. All right, we need to be what is that? 58, 68, 78, 79. We need to be above 79 to be safe. may not damage my Talonflame. Cool. I like that's a. I have never done that fight quite that way. That one, I enjoyed that. And dare I say, riskless fight, guys. We're building momentum. The desert is behind us. The sand clouded my vision. But now we're free and clear. And we're approaching another disappointing encounter pull. But there are no rock types to give me, right? I don't think there are any rock types. All right, usually Talonflame sweeps this fight, but ours is minus attack, so we'll see. We will see. All right. We don't KO the Passimian, so we would have to lead with a fake out mon exactly that baits close combat. We have 2 such Pokemon. So if we lead Lopunny, just so that Lopunny can do something useful, we'll click fake out. We'll do 13%. We'll go to Talonflame. He'll be at -1/-1. We always kill. We're faster. We show fast kill to Guts Guy number 2. So this is always throw. We live. Do we live close combat crit into facade crit? 56 plus 36. We do. But we don't KO through Citrus. Okay, so we do have to think about this a little bit. We don't 2-shot through Citrus with Talonflame unless he gets burnt. If he gets burnt, then we do, because he takes the tick. Right? On Flame Body, he takes the tick, the turn he gets hit. If he doesn't get burnt, then we can Roost until we're safe, or he does get burnt. So I still think we'll sweep the fight, even though we don't have a good version. Is there a better option? I don't think so. We have something else that one-shots this guy and is faster. We don't. So I do think we just ask Masquerain to do the thing. Obviously, it's acrobatic stuff, so you can't get damage boost. I think it works, but we should bring backup plans in case we get like quadruple crit facade somehow, and so we never actually out heal it with Roost, and we don't Flame Body. Pretty fictional stuff. What would that mean? That would mean living a boosted facade with somebody, or getting him to -2. No, we have to get him to like -3. Yikes. Yeah, alright, so we just bring the Intimidate pals. We would bring Shell Armor guys. You're a pretty good Shell Armor guy. And you outspeed. Yeah, we'll bring you. Who else? You're a good guy to get Facade. We'll bring you, sure. All right, we got a ragtag team and we're ready to go. T, I remember one of the first times I gave you a really hard time about a fight, it was this one, because you switched out your Talonflame. So I'm hopeful to learn my own lesson, even though I don't have a good one, and have this fight go the way we want it to. Big gig, get in there. Who else? You, Luxray. The Luxray who lived. Okay, Orin for you. No item for you. Sure, citrus, definitely citrus for all the guys that we don't think are coming to the fight, that are doing anything on the fight. Itemless, itemless. Chip, bait CC, be itemless. That's the plan. All right, Passimian first. We fake out. We need a close combat. We get one. Don't crit. That would go a long way. There's our close combat. He crits. We burn. We still have to take this KO. We... Acrobatics KO. We're itemless. It always works. He has to hit me to activate Flame Body, which means Facade never KOs. Facade crit does 51. So we're never dead. Again, despite getting kind of high roll crit. What's up, Dave? We're clicking the buttons. We do not guaranteed two-shot through Citrus. We'd love to see a good roll here that makes it obvious. We'd also, weirdly enough, like to burn the Guts Pokemon. He cannot set up. We fast two-shot. Welcome in, Dave. That looks like a good roll. That looked like almost 70%. I'm very confident that we KO. There's the Flame Body. That confirms the range. He's now Guts, so we can't Roost, but we don't need to. Acrobatics always KOs. And then Heracross dies too. It's 2-3. That's a lot easier when you have the Talonflame Raptor character. Hey, new citrus berry trees located. Well, tree, singular. Hello, Dave. Welcome in. Good to see you in chat. How's your day? 10 lum is almost a low roll, I think. 29 citrus is great. We have been fast and loose with the cities. It's Frank Josh Friday. Did everybody else? Hold on. I'm going to the cord. I'm exercising tomorrow, though. Not today. Oh, snap. People actually work out around here? Man, now I have to do it. I'll hit mine on Saturday. I got you guys. The only exercise I did today was walking around this garden place around here. I don't think that counts. Oh, hey, Dave, remember this? Embargo? Remember this guy? You're the goat. Yo, real talk, the first time I made it through Desert, I did not have a living flying type, and so I wasn't allowed to access the dual wing beak TM or the sharp beak. Or she wouldn't give me anything, I should say. Well, of course not, Dave. Embargo doesn't deal damage. You would never click a move that doesn't deal damage. That's crazy talk. All right, hail fight. Hail fight. And we have, oh my god. Sand Slash, hit your ranges. 5 attack Sand Slash has no killing rolls on Vanillix. All right. Magmortar looks like a problem immediately. Oh yeah. Wait. Wrong guy. Oh good, we're just dead to Weather Ball. Yeah. Wish I had Ape here. Ape is not what I wish I had. Right, it's Fire Spin that's the problem. We can't play around Fire Spin consistently. Might be Gig. Big Gig looks like he's the guy. Switch in on a Flamethrower, hold a Rostberry, or maybe we go pre-poison Citrus. Maybe it's pre-poison Citrus. Kabutops this one. You shut your mouth. We had a second Kabutops rant today. One wasn't enough for me. I had to go again. Floatzel! Watervale Floatzel, let's go. We're good. We're good. Floatzel's a decent Pokemon. Forget everything I said before. Yay, Floatzel, you're the GOAT. All right, sorry, calc screen. Calc screen. Let's see if we can lead Sand Slash. Oh, we can't Muscle Band 2 Pokemon. All right. So turn 1 Drain Punch. Great. Oh, do you doubt me? First of all, yes, that's where he goes. Kabutops has not even been looked at in the calc. I put it there so that I don't have to look at his stupid triangular flat head and his little Edward Scissorhands that don't do any damage. I have a Shell Armor Turtle of the same type that does more damage, takes less. Kabutops is over here. Living in this gray, sad world. That's what I think of Kabutops. F that guy, man. All right, good talk. Good talk. All right, what does Mienshao bait? Magmortar outdamages us. You don't. Would it be Magmortar right away? No. If it's outdamage, we're getting Surf Tenta. That's intriguing. Surf Tenta is quite intriguing. Also worth noting that Asperberry Mienshao can switch in on Dugong. It might not have to be Asper, it might have to be No, pre-poison can't do it. Because we'd be Regenerator, so we're always full. We would die to, like, literally max roll crit Blizzard in the Hail. Okay? Which we probably will have to live with as an option. Okay. Holy Penguin, you take nothing from Dugong. All right. Early Tentacruel doesn't seem great, but we do have the Defog character. Kabutops spins here. Takes 50% from Surf, you fool. He switches it on Surf, he takes Hail, and he's dead to frickin' Surf. Thank you for your time. Get out of my dojo. Kabutops takes the same damage as Gigalith. Get yourself banned talking that nonsense in here. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And we can't pre-damage to guarantee we get something else early. All right, do we have a better lead? Vanillix. Illy Vanilli. Doesn't look like it. Well, we can live Explosion. Oh, but it's a range. Penguin! You're always a range. Don't be a range. Just kill. Fake out low kick muscle band? Nope. Not a KO. Sturdy Donphan just dies. It's Hail. Alright, and we need the muscle band on Floatzel, right? That was the idea. Water Veil Floatzel with muscle band. I guess we don't. We don't because of Fake Out. So, can we do Sandslash lead? And what does that do for us? It means that because Sandslash can come back in later and wreck the Beartic. That's my kind of slot compression. So Vanillix, turn 1, always clicking Ice Shard. We Iron Head into Ice Shard, so we only ever take 1 Ice Shard. We are not exactly, we're at essentially any HP we want to be, and we are going to be dead to... we're dead to Fire Spin Magmortar? That's adorable. Okay, we get Magmortar Slow Kill. Yes, Magmortar Slow Kill Fire move. We go to Floatzel. Floatzel takes Fire Spin or Flamethrower and goes Fake Out Liquidation and never dies. We'll go Oran Berry. We don't worry about Flame Body because we're Water Veil. We don't worry about Fire Spin because we're going to kill him. And we get what? We can probably get ourselves kind of sort of whatever we want. We're going to speed tie the Tentacruel, so it might behoove us to just get Tentacruel next. Probably. And then what do we do on Tentacruel? Because now we're not getting Beartic for a consistent move, we're getting it for like randomish moves. But maybe Gigalith can just take. Gigalith can just take random move. Okay. Alright, so that still has some potential. We get you next. How do I do it? Slowly. That is how I do it. Speaking of slowly, Empoleon can... I know this is a terrible matchup unless I teach Empoleon a different move, but Icy Wind. I think the thought is to bring, because I have slot compression, the hope is to bring 2 slots for this guy and then get Superpower Beartic so I can defog away the spikes and KO the Tentacruel. So I want to get it pretty low. Yeah, Dave, I do think at some point I'll add the Redeem. I do think I want to add a delay redeem. I'll obviously have to put some guidelines around it. Like, one, I'm not going to wipe instead of taking the Pokemon. It's supposed to be for fun. So like you know, if you redeem a delay, I'll delay something until I think I lose without it, or until you want me to pull it. And then I think I'd have to put it on cooldown so that I can only ever be delaying one Pokemon at a time, or something like that. But I think it's a fun idea that very much fits the style of this channel, where I delay everything forever. My wife's lucky I didn't delay proposing the way I do things. But I think it could be fun. What if can we do some like rock smashy things? And then KO with, oh no, Clear Body. You cannot rock smash the Clear Body Pokemon, you fool. All right, so one idea is to just go Luxray and Ball Hard. But the problem with that is Beartic. I don't like that plan, even though it may objectively be a better plan. Ooh, no, this is the plan. Okay. You're gonna hate this one, Dave. We're gonna go pre-burn Drapion. And we're gonna knock off the safety goggles so that he starts taking Sand Chip. Yes, Dave. Pre-burn Drapion means that Tentacruel no longer out-damages my guy. We're pre-burned so that we don't accidentally kill with crit. That means there's never going to be Toxic Spites up. We can just, you know, slowly whittle them down and KO with Defog into Aqua Jet. And then we'll have a Citrus Berry. And we'll actually kind of spam Defog, because that'll make him click Toxic Spikes more times. As long as we are above 13%, it's guaranteed Superpower Fast Kill. And now we've set up the thing that you need. So we go Masquerain on Superpower. He takes a damage. White Herb gets burned, which means Superpower drops him to -1/-1. And then it's guaranteed not Superpower. We go to Sand Slash. We Iron Head. We take an Aqua Jet and a random move. And then the only thing left is Dugong. The problem with Dugong is that it can just kind of do all the things. Do we teach like Rock Smash maybe? All right, how do we play around Dugong? Man, do we even have, I mean, how big of a deal is it? Dugong is clicking Drill Run Substitute. No, it doesn't drop through subs, but we're faster. So the point would be, so one, I'm super high HP, right? I've taken 1 Ice Shard, 1 Aqua Jet, probably, and like worst case Rock Slide. So what I want to do is set up a position where Dugong doesn't have a sub up when I switch. And it's not necessarily guaranteed. And maybe the answer is that I don't even need to. I don't think I need to. Oh, yeah. We got this. We got this in the bag because we have Weavile too. Having 2 ice types does the job. So we're always going to have enough HP to not be dead to drill run crit, and we're not taking ice damage. So if we rock smash once, then he's going to be -1 defense. And at -1 defense, even if he subs on the switch, ooh, it's not -1. I was, can I like Silk Scarf? I was hoping to break the sub with Fake Out is the idea. I can knock off the leftovers through Sash, which is pretty good. I also live multiple hits here, so I think it's still just safe, like beyond safe. Can't be frozen as an ice type. This is totally fine. Yeah. But no, the drop does not go through subs. You're right, I'm faster. The Fake Out doesn't matter. All right. Get out of here, Kabutops. See, Dave, you made me look at freaking Kabutops. That's on you. That's on you. All right, we do need to pre-damage Floatzel. That is the one thing we have to, we got to do a little math on Floatzel to make sure that works out. And we have to pre-burn our Drapion. Ah, Dave, I love coming up with a line that triggers you like that. It's more satisfying. It just is. Also, great use of the I can't with this guy, man. Excellent work. Excellent work, objectively speaking. All right. What did I say? I said pre-burnt. Pre-burnt citrus. Yeah. Gotta be citrus. Because we're going to pre-damage. We might, and it's going to be weird with and you get the muscle band. It's going to be weird because of fire spin. Oh, was that your? I thought you had the play around. Well, I guess your play around included the scarf item. Sorry, man. Teacher Slowbow Rock Tomb. I don't think you can. You don't have that many scales. But you'll find a way. All right, so Floatzel, let's do the math with Floatzel here, and let's go pre-damage the Drapion right now. Pre-burn, sorry. Yeah, I think, look, when I hear scale to nature and 9 scales in the same sentence, that seems like not very many scales, you know? It's a third of what you have. All right, so Magmortar. Hail. Jesus, this is all weird. I might not even need to pre-damage. So let's say I take Mineral Fire Spin plus Fire Spin chip times 2 and the hail. Jesus. Fire Spin damage is what? This is some true calculus nonsense. 145. We're taking 18. And 9. So we're taking 27 every turn if he clicks Fire Spin. Okay? So Fire Spin deals 18, and then we take 27, and then we fake out, and we take another 27, and then we KO, and we take another 9. Fire Spin ends. So we've taken 81 HP. We'll have 64 left. We would only need to pre-damage 4 to get Tentacruel. Okay? And I think that's the minimum HP we can have if we don't have a healing item. What's the worst case scenario? The worst case would be Flamethrower crit. No, I think Fire Spin might actually be the worst case. But that's only an extra. That only is extra damage on the one turn, so that doesn't matter. All right, so let's say it's no Fire Spin. Let's just say we get Flamethrowered, regular Mineral Flamethrower. We take 45 plus 9 plus another 9 plus another 9. That would be 73 HP. So Flamethrower Mineral is the worst case. And in that case, we have to pre-damage more. Okay. And then can I die? So let's do that again. I take Flamethrower, Mineral. I take 45. So sorry, I'm 145. My target is what? My target is 60 or less. 145 minus 60. I need to take 85 damage, or I need to pre-damage the difference. So if I take 45, and then I take Hail, Fake Out Hail, Liquidation Hail, that's 27. We have to pre-damage 13. So that's 132. Again, let's say that. 132 minus 45 minus 27. We get a 60. Great. And then do we live the 2 crit versions? Fire Spin seems to be more damage. So let's say we take crit Fire Spin. We take 32 plus 27. Then we fake out. We take another 27. We liquidation. We take 9. We would not die. Okay. Man, I hope I did the math right. Okay, no item. You get Muscle Band, no item, pre-burn Citrus, knockoff, Citrus, defog, pure pivot, Citrus is fine, and then Oranberry on you, and we said we want to teach Rock Smash. Rock Smash just makes like low kick KO even if he starts spamming Protect on us to heal. It doesn't matter because we're an ice type, we're not getting chipped down. He can't learn it anyway. Brick Break it is. You got it, dude. Brick Break it is. Or Iron Head for flinch, maybe. All right, this is one of the places where Sand Slash is really good. There aren't many of them. peak Sand Slash right here. We got this. Okay. It's hailing. We are faster with Slush Rush. We have killing rolls, and he does not see any kills, so this is always Ice Shard by him. We take 3%. No, I'm not kidding. 4x resist ice. Let's go. What a good typing. All right, Hail falls. We don't care. We Ice Shard. It always KOs. Magmortar, Fire Spin, or Flamethrower. We go Floatzel. He Fire Spins. We Fake Out. We Liquidation. We Speed Tie. The Tentacruel. This is probably Poison Jab. It is. That's minimum damage. That's great. We're never dead. We click Knockoff. Safety goggles are gone. Toxic spikes are up. We are switching to a steel type, so that doesn't matter. Do we want to do that now? Is it worth it to knock off again? Because we are not dead to Surf. For the price of 1 citrus. I don't think it is. We would never KO anyway. Right? Yeah, we would never KO even with Hail, but we might KO with 2 ticks of Hail. Penguin has plenty of HP. This is fine. He surfs. We flash cannon. We defog. It works even with the drop. We Aqua Jet. He surfs. That's good. We Aqua Jet. Bye-bye. It's Bear Tick. It's Superpower. We go Masquerain. We activate White Herb. He clicks Superpower. He drops attack and defense. That's enough already. Right? On Masquerain, this is most likely Rock Slide. Just making sure we're faster. Yep, Rock Slide is the worst move to switch in on other than Superpower that kills us, but that's fine. It's not that bad. Icicle Spear was much less likely and does no damage. He is clicking Aqua Jet 90% of the time. He does. We Iron Head KO. Nice crit. Didn't matter. And the only thing left is Dugong. We have a good chance to just beat this 1v1, but we have a full HP second ice type sitting in the back. Brick Break does slightly more, and he is Ice Body and Recovery and stuff, so we'll click that. Okay, he Drill Runs. 50, we're still above 50%, so he cannot kill me. Brick Break again. We get a huge roll. He crits. We weren't dead. And now we KO. Way to go, Sand Slash. So proud of you, buddy. Encounter time. Pre-burn knockoff. One of my favorite combos in this game. All right. Location 1. What is this? Is this 114? No. 113. So we have Drapion dupe this run. We have Houndoom and... Oh, I have to make a choice about coughing if I run into it. I don't know. Is coughing... coughing... I feel like I used it a good amount, so I think coughing is a dupe for the purposes of NG+. I think, yeah. Well, yeah. We'll allow Kanto Arcanine because you used Growlithe for such a short period of the game and an unimportant period, but... How long do you use coughing? You get it here, the earliest point. You get it with 4 badges, and then you use it for half of badge 4 split and half of badge 5 split. We use it to flan. What is it? It's a veto and it's flan, and then you get it before Winona. No, I'll allow it. Coughing, yeah, coughing not important enough to the run. I think it's fine to have it in. What we can't do is trade it for Glizzy. So we can just have a regular coughing. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna rule it. I want to be consistent on regional variants. Here's the thing, Monkey. There's no agreed rule set for NG+. There's no agreed rule set at all. That's why there's no sheet for it. There's no consistency amongst runners. Got it. But hello, welcome in. We continued our trend of making terrible plans and then getting out deathless. So we didn't lose any Pokemon during our time in the desert sand, but we did not have a single safe, riskless, or line go to plan. The steer continues. As soon as we got out of the sand, I had a lovely executed trainer that usually gives people all kinds of trouble, and then had this ice fight that I just did that also gives people all kinds of trouble. No problems whatsoever. So I don't know what it was in the sand, but I was smoking something. It was bad. It was ugly. And now we're going to pull this encounter. I basically prepare for this encounter just assuming it's Salazzle. That's what I do. I say, okay, what if it's Salazzle? How do I survive? And then, unfortunately, I don't really have the guys to do that properly. But the answer is you pre-burn kind of everybody. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pre-burn the squad so that we can't get corrosion poisoned. Yeah. How about you? No. I think you. And then, is there anything that I'm like worried about? Now, the other thing that's annoying is Houndoom, but Houndoom's not going to be there for me. I just get to run from it. All right, I think this is it. I think this is good enough. All right, the good news is there are no rock types. We can't possibly get a rock type here. So I don't know what the game's going to do. Probably give me a bunch of calm natures is the answer. I'm sure they can find a physical attacker and give me a calm nature or 0 attack IVs. But we overcome that here. Not even worried. Okay. Pre-burn Drapion. Pre-burn you. Pre-burn you. Pre-burn you. pre-burn you. Great. Now, give orange berries to the lot. Oh no, you get a Lepa. I didn't pre-burn Luxray? Whoops. Kind of want to pre-burn Luxray. Did they just tell me to come back if I have a scale? Imagine being out of scales as a penguin runner. What an embarrassment. All right, what do I want here? I think the high roll is 100% Salazzle, and nothing else is close. So 10% Salazzle is massive high roll. After that, it's probably Toxel or Yanmega. Yanmega because, for a really dumb reason, because this Yanmega will come with Giga Drain, and I don't have, you know, the only grass type moves I have are Carnivine. So having like a fast Giga Drain is huge. So far, I've scaled Spidef on Hariyama to not give Porygon 2 a special attack boost on Norman. I would have wiped if I didn't, especially since I forgot to teach moves. I scaled Fake Out onto Weavile because somehow carrying it through early game isn't enough. They also need to make you spend a scale on it. And I needed, because I'm Mind's Attack nature, I needed Fake Out to beat, to confirm the range on Mega Metachan. I've needed Fake Out for a couple of ranges, actually. That's been quite valuable. I've probably gotten value out of Fake Out like 7 times in 12 fights. And then, what was the third one? I honestly don't remember spending a third scale. I was surprised when it said I needed to come back with one. But surely I picked up the scale outside of Mauville. Yeah. What was the third scale? Donphan. I scaled Donphan attack to have a better range against Mega Ampharos because I was already dodging a crit. Donphan, I went from having like a 40% chance to kill to having a 1 in 64 chance not to kill. Those were the 3. So all very impactful. 2 got me through boss fights that were demon, and 1 is just a skill that I'm going to use over and over and over and over and over and over. All right, no need to delay this encounter. There's no valuable dupes. There's no table coming up in the near-ish future where you want something here and then you want to dupe something else out sooner. And there's no second table, right? If there were like a fishing encounter here, that's where you see me start talking about dupes, talking about delay has a value, because if I need something from one table and I pulled the other, well, I didn't give myself a chance to have what I need. But in this case, there is no decision, there's no value, it's just go get your encounter. Zoroark. We tried to get Zoroark, but we couldn't find an Enamorous. All right, we have another dark type. That's definitely not. It's a fast Pokemon, and fast damage is good, but this is another. We just keep collecting things that our box already has. Level 32 Zoroark knows Torment, Snarl, Sucker Punch, and Punishment. We miss. Great start. Did pretty decent damage, gotta say. That didn't. Roost. There we go. It's not. That's. No, let me be. That's not quite true. This is a special attacker, or at least has a mixed attacker. Mixed attacker. Primarily a special attacker, and it gets snarl. So those are two things that Weavile doesn't do. It's going to be pretty unlikely that that matters, but given how much we're abusing Shalom or Dreadnought, and now the battle armor Drapion appearing, snarl might matter at some point. Mild. Oh, we also have to remember not to get wrecked by our own illusion. I think we switched into the wrong thing. All right, this is solid. This guy's already not bulky. So being minus defense probably isn't a huge deal. You're never taking more than one hit. You want speed, you want special attack. We have it. This is Zoroark is not good, but this is about as good as a Zoroark. It's as good as you can ask for. It gives me no new hope for the run improving, though. All right, Foul Play has random tech at times. It's certainly better than Sucker Punch. Or sorry, certainly better than Punishment. Dark Pulse, yes. I do not think I like Torment. I think Torment keeps getting put. It's like Choice Scarf guys. That's about it, right? Yeah, I think Snarl's likelier to matter. I had thought about it. Because I had Punishment on Sneasel at one point. Knockoff. Do we drop Foul Play? We really drop base 95 move? I think we do. I'm trying to determine, because I think Knockoff is so valuable that you take it on every Pokemon that gets it. So is Snarl so niche that I shouldn't keep it? Sucker Punch is always really good. Knockoff's always really good. Dark Pulse is the highest damaging move of the Dark variety that I'm going to learn. This guy also learns Taunt, which is unique. One of the few Taunt Pokemon. So it's Snarl or Foul Play. I'm keeping Knockoff. Snarl or Foul Play. This is a damage dealer, not a damage reducer. So I think the answer is we keep Foul Play. Okay. Let's export that guy. Let's do some more fights. All right, Heliolisk. Heliolisk. Almost, Don Fan, almost. All right, 130 speed Heliolisk. Can we just outspeed with Black Glasses Weavile? Oh yeah, Fake Out Knockoff KOs. Let's go. Fast damage. Can Ape do this? I have no idea. I don't think it's that fast. Okay. And then what are we going to get? We're going to get Salazzle out damage Flamethrower. So we pre-damage, and don't forget at this time, we pre-damage to always Flamethrower. 117 speed, not shabby. Not shabby. This is faster than Bruxish, for example. That's pretty good. This might KO the Bruxish. Got dark types galore for that battle, though. All right, so we could just do Gigalith. What's the problem with Gigalith? The problem with Gigalith is power-up punch, isn't it? But do we care? Oh yeah, and then we get our ankles broken with Protean. Okay. But I guess it's fine if we do power-up punch and we switch into Intimidate. Then it's not really a problem. So we just go Rostberry Gigalith. Not Rabuta Berry, Rostberry. And then we take Flamethrower into HP Grass, always. We KO with whatever we want. We'll say Bulldoze. And then what? Then we're going to be, at that point, we're going to be out-damaged by Kecleon. Because we've taken basically half, if not more. It's cutting it a little close, actually. But it's not going to be Dunsparce, so it's still always going to be Kecleon. Okay. And I think we probably switch in like Masquerain. Because he's going to be a fighting type. We'll just assume he's neutral. We do Air Slash as when he's a fighting type, and then he's going to switch to a dark type, and we can probably Bug Buzz that. And we won't necessarily see a KO. All right, so if not that, do we go to you? That seems better. So we switch in on Power Up Punch or Drain Punch with no item. Click Acrobatics. He's going to Shadow Sneak, so he will no longer be a fighting type, but doesn't matter. We'll do 50%. We just kind of win that interaction once again. And then we're going to get the Dunsparce, who can set up on us. Are we afraid of setup? Not really. He can set up once as we switch to Mienshao, which would be not a big deal. Because we can be pre-poisoned. Be pre-poisoned. You have to be like pre-poisoned citrus. It's not great. I think it's just, yeah, it's just Empoleon, pre-burnt Empoleon with Wise Glasses. So if he coils, we don't care. He can't roost because we deal more damage. We're always faster. He can't paralyze us. Yeah, all right. Okay, we do have to remember the pre-damage. These fights where I go fast are the ones where it's easy to mess it up. We'll bring Drapion as backup. And then I don't even know what else. I guess Masquerain for attack drops. I'm gonna whenever this run or that math dies, I'm gonna miss it. guy has been clutch. Okay, you need a Ross. You need a item. You're still pre-burnt. Way to go. And need the wise glasses. Cool. And then backup plans get citrus berries. You actually, we're gonna give you a cherry berry. Yeah. And then Weavile pre-damage is exactly for flamethrower, so that's 1 of 4. Nobody else needs pre-damage. I don't think the pre-damage is necessary, but it's just doing the line that I picked. Black glasses fake out knockoff. Right? Black glasses fake out knockoff. Okay. Okay. -1 life orb. Salazzle. Fast kill. Rostberry U. No burn. We click. Ooh, Treaky, hello. Welcome in. Let me tell you, sir, we have not been locked in. Not at all. But we have not lost any Pokemon. All right, we're going to K with Bulldoze for the culture. Hidden Power. We tank it. Yeah, here's the deal. We showed up today with the Dragapult Desert Trainer, and we turn 1 steered because we forgot to account for the fact that Reflect, lowers the damage that you deal. So we Omega steered that fight, got out of it, and then steered the next fight, and then steered the next fight, and then we were out of Desert, and since then it's been pretty clean. Yeah, we had to stall out 8 turns of both screens and both light screen and reflect. We were able to find a safe way to do it. Safe-ish. If we had gotten crit on the first turn we went into the steer, things would have gotten pretty bad on us. And then we just pulled our 113 encounter and got ourselves a decent Zoroark, but I have Weavile, so Zoroark's kind of ass. All right, we think Talonflame just wins this 1v1. Drain Punch is better. Feel free to get burnt. He didn't. This should be Shadow Sneak. Yep. Good roll. Now we still KO, so we're going to Roost. There's Shadow Sneak. He's locked in. Actually, might as well Will-O-Wisp. Of course, to confirm the range and take less damage. Beautiful. Now we Acro. He's dead. And then this is the Dunsparce, and he can click whatever the heck he wants. We have Wise Glasses Penguin. Come on, glare me. Yeah. We have 1 roll that does 50%, so he can't do anything except click Headbutt. He can't glare, he can't coil, he can't Roost. And it's regular Dunsparce. I don't know why I'm saying the Dunsparce. How was stream, Tricky? What were you up to today? I actually didn't know that you went live, and so I will have to check out the stream next time I see you live now that I'm following. What are you up to? All right. Looks like we can just Gigalith lead. Solid Rock Gigalith is kind of him. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, sometimes you get the itch, right? At least I do. All right, so we can just lead Rock Slide Gigalith. We're going to KO because of Life Orb Chip. And then we probably just want to make it so that we're always dead to somebody. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not that. Hold on. We'd like a consistent move out of somebody. If you don't go live, you're a horrible clauser. Well, as a former Discord demon myself, I cannot pass judgment. It's easy to do, right? Okay. Do we have any way? $92 plus 13, 105. That's not enough. But hold on. Is this a Lumberry moment? Probably. Probably not. Nope, never mind. Might have to end up just risking that. How do we prevent setup? The classic muck puzzle. Trying not to be the next whole core DD. Yeah. If you're concerned about being it, you probably aren't in danger. All right. Do we have any consistent lead here? Well, we can Luxray Nuzzle and then go somewhere on Sludge Wave Brave Bird. Let's try that. Hold on. I've never routed this guy second, but why not? We Nuzzle, we tank, or we don't. Neither matters. I guess technically we'd have to Citrus in case we get... Do I have to Citrus, or do I just have to Pecha? 65. I just have to Pecha. Okay, that's good. So turn 1 Nuzzle, turn 2 go here, reteach Ice Punch. He's taken 20, 30%. So with Never Melt Ice Boost, this will absolutely always KO. And then we're never going to get Muck there. We're going to get Flamethrower Fast Kill. We don't have the Steel Gem yet, right? I don't think so. We just have the Rock Gem, yeah. So Empoleon's not the dude. Although it does just bait knockoff, which is pretty good. It's not the dude because he can set up and we don't 3-shot. That is a shame. Okay. What other answers to you? Or do we just do this? Do we just say if he curses, it's fine? Flash Cannon once. We do 30%, he heals. So we'll just say we do 25% a turn. So we do 25, then we're at 50, and then we're kind of done taking hits. So we would need a special attacker to finish the job, and we don't have any. Hey, no problem. Hey, sleep well. Thanks for stopping in. Always appreciate the raid. Have a good night. Attempt 1 is the run for now. It is for now. We might literally not have Pokemon that prevent setup on Muck. Is that true? All these guys, and none of them prevent setup. Is there a Pokemon I can place on the field that does this? Muscle Band Drain Punch is one. Okay. Can I get Muscle Band Drain Punch on the field? No. I cannot. Man. Okay. It's almost Gigalith. Almost. You are Illusion, not Dark Aura. Oh, great, I have two bugged. I'm so glad I have two bugged abilities in the calc to make me think I do more damage than I do. Can't poison, can't burns consistently. Does Dreadnought get Rock Smash? Or does Kabutops? Dreadnought does not get Rock Smash. I think Kabutops actually does. I'll use him if he works. Look at that. You do something different. How much damage you taken? Some. Oh, we can't hold the rock gem, right? Right. Is it worth knocking off the sludge? It might be. Do we really think we're holding Scary Face Drapion? Probably not. But I don't know that replacing it with Rock Smash makes this fight better. Because it's not the defense that I'm worried about. Okay. You know, you're getting desperate when you're looking at Hydro Pump like, ooh, hey there. Aura Sphere? Aura Sphere? Hold on. Would it be possible to stall him out with Regen Fu? No. Can't control our HP well enough. All right, so what if we're just full HP? Maybe that's the answer, is we just be full HP on Penguin, and then we get lucky. I think that's the plan. Another foolproof Penguin plan. So if he gets to +1, yeah. Is +2 crit a KO? It's not. So we're always going to get 2 flash cannons off. But then, hold on, can he even curse after the first one? All right, hold on. Let's say we min roll and he curses. Important to note, he is now -1 speed. So Donphan in the back becomes viable. So we've done 25%. Let's actually do the math here. We've done 51, and then he heals what? Does 10. So I deal 41 minimum. 122. Okay, so after 1, he can only set up once on me. That's really good. What it means is we can go flash cannon, and then probably Donphan. Yeah. If he doesn't curse, then what do we do? If he doesn't curse, then we need somebody to come in and deal like 50-ish% with no item boost. And that's kind of sort of Gigalith, huh? Just switch in a full HP Gigalith and win with Earthquake. All right, so this all works, assuming I can get Empoleon on Venoshock. It doesn't work if I've taken a hit with Flamethrower. At least not all the time. Can I get Venoshock? Flamethrower, 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 flamethrower. No, I can never get it. So I just have to go Penguin. I have to hope for the best. And then I have 2 answers if he does stuff. Right? If he sets up once, Donphan's gonna outspeed and KO. So we have to get 2 flash cannons off, or we have to get more chip with the guys. All right. Super sketchy. I have seen that this fight does not tend to do all that well with the Penguin character, so I'm not shocked. It's either this or try to do like knockoff Drapion stuff, but Drapion doesn't do any damage to it back, so you knock it off, he curses on you, you can't poison it, and you're just kind of stuck dying. Pecha. Remember that? Pecha Berry for you. No item for you. No item for you. This is a knockoff battle. No item for you. No item for you. No item for you. Fun. And then you need Ice Punch. Oh no, you do need an item. Ice Punch for Brick Break. Let's make Ice Punch the first slot on there so I don't accidentally get rid of Iron Head. And then this is Never Melt Ice Boost. That's not making it slot 1. There we go. Do we need pre-damage? No. If those are my backups, what is Masquerain coming for? The fact that I can't set up twice means I don't need Masquerain, which means I have a pivot. I need a pivot to convert something into Venoshock. Who is it? Flamethrower to Venoshock. Flamethrower to Venoshock. Do I have one? No. I don't think I have one at all. Ooh, Talonflame. Sure. Alright, Masquerain doesn't have another job, so this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. We go. All right, this fight should, operative word, be fine. It should be fine. All right, inner focus guy. We click Nuzzle, he sludge bombs, he poisons, we're Pecha. There's one overlap with Brave Bird, we don't care, but this is usually no damage taken. We are faster. We Ice Punch KO with Never Melt Ice. We bait Flamethrower Wheezing. We go to Talonflame. We tank a Flamethrower. We get Toxic or Venoshock. We go Penguin. Penguin outspeeds and KOs. Now we're going to slow down on the Muck. Turn 1 is easy. We Flash Cannon. Curses. Based on my math, he can't curse again. please be true. Or drop his defense. So this should be knockoff. Okay, 89 HP. Now, he is +1, +1, -1. And because he's -1 and below 50%, we never died a knockoff crit into poison, which is the only thing he can click here. And high horsepower will outspeed and KO. Here's your poison touch. Let's go. That fight sucks. All right, I'll be right back. All right, thank you for your patience. On we go. Next fight. All right, I imagine this one, Penguin does very well. Right, this is just like Flash Cannon's Defog Aquajet. Surely. Do we have somebody else that even does better? Like a certain fake out Icicle Crash guy. No, you're pretty bulky. Okay, so Penguin lead. Yeah. Is it Icy Wind? Maybe it's Icy Wind. Icy Wind Defog Aqua. Icy Wind Defog Flash Cannon. And then we'll just have a Rost Berry for the heck of it. Yeah. Okay. So what are we gonna bait? We'll bait. You'll outdamage. Licky Licky will outdamage me. Appleton will not. Alchemy will not. Okay, so we're gonna get Brick Break Licky Licky with own tempo. We need to remember the own tempo. We can't intim, but we can charm or growl. Okay. Okay. let's just say, hey, it's gonna take 2 slots, and that's fine. Can even flash cannon once. Yeah. If we want, we could spend a citrus, flash cannon once, and then still be getting brick break. If we flash cannon once, we do 31%, and then we go into U and we do. What if we wise glasses? We could fake out Aura Sphere. But it's inconsistent. 'Tis inconsistent. Although, Sand Slash does pretty darn well at the other guys. Okay. So Sand Slash is a hard counter that always baits Mystical Fire. That's great. Empoleon can finish you too. Okay, so we do want to just keep Empoleon around. So Empoleon does the first and the last. Sand Slash does the Appleton. So all we have to do is safely get the Licky Licky, baiting Appleton, and we're golden. Okay. It's not gonna be you, dude. Amazingly, Scully can switch in and click what, like 1 leech life? What does that even do for me? Not much. Right, the only real point of Double Edge is to like get residual damage. Do we have a Pokemon that lives that can lower attack? I don't think that charm is going to work. Okay, so what if I could guarantee that I'm full HP? Still. I don't like it. Okay. So Gigalith is 1. One thing that would work. Donphan's another. Do learn Rock Smash. I think I'm only getting 1 attack off. power whoops does he get? Can I stall them out? No, he has 10. We can't stall out 10 power whips. Man, Torterra, I miss you, buddy. I didn't used to have to spend 3 Pokemon on one. So maybe the answer is we don't worry about the hard counters. How do we just beat the Licky Licky? I think the answer there is Drain Punch Mian Xiao. I think Muscle Band does the job, right? No, we're a little bit shy on HP. I do think I'd go Scolipede. Deal 23%. Plus another 10 from Double Edge. So it's always 30. Go. Yeah, we've always dealt 30. So then we can go Gigalith. And we can guarantee ourselves Power Whip. Yeah. Guarantee ourselves Power Whip. Take a Power Whip on Mienshao. Yeah, take a Power Whip on Mienshao. And we have a full Pokemon to make sure that gets set up. Then we go Sand Slash. We Ice Shard. Right? Ice Shard. Ice Punch. Doesn't even... It does matter. So we would Ice Punch. Get Mystical Fire. And 2-shot. Alright. That was way... I made that harder than it had to be. Empoleon's really good on this fight, which is usually a tricky lead. Takes 2 by itself, and I'm out here struggling on the other 4 slots with a hard counter for the 3rd. Perhaps I am starting to play a little bit worse. I'm sure this won't last, but so far, Sandslash has been pretty valuable. Like, of all of the normal resists I've had, it and Dreadnought have been the ones I keep reaching for. Okay, we do not need we need the Wise Glasses item on Mienshao. Okay. We will go Citrus on backup plan Caracosta. We will not have an item on Gigalith. You don't need an item at all, but let's make sure you don't have one in the calc. You do. No way that affects the outcome, right? You still one-shot this guy. 114 with Ice Punch. Excellent. Scolipede is switching in on whatever the move is. Brick Break. So you're good. And then this is this even a citrus? I think this is an Oranberry. Like it's just safe. Icy Windy Fog Flash Cannon. Not Oran, let's go Rost. Burn is annoying. We're not really afraid of damage, but status can whittle us down more than we thought. Okay. Turn 1 guaranteed sticky webs. They go up. We lower his speed. We defog away the sticky webs. We are now faster. We click Flash Cannon. Oh my god! This is the third raid of the day. What a homie. Sleaze J, I didn't even know you went live. I probably would have stopped playing to watch you if I knew that. How was your stream? You found the go live button. It's music to my ears. I will be watching that VOD probably instead of sleeping later. Got to 117 from bag? Tell me more. Tell me more, or post to Discard so I can put it up on the screen. This is Brick Break. We go to Scolipede. All right, yeah, I'll finish this fight and I'll go pull up the cord. All right, Poison Touch would be nice. We got it. Poison Point, sorry. He's Lumberry, but it means we can click Toxic now, which is just satisfying. All right, this is always Double Edge. We're never dead. Double Edge crit is 100 HP. Big damage, Oranberry, and then he takes a bunch of recoil for that. And now we can protect. We're itemless. And so he can't click anything but Double Edge. So this is just free damage. Nice. And now on Double Edge, I probably shouldn't have protected there, actually. I just realized that. But it's fine. Double Edge, we go to Gigalith. Very nice. Gigalith, we go to Mienshao. And now I really want this to hit me. He hits, good. And then we can just KO with Aura Sphere. Okay, this should be slow kill Appleton. Perfect. Sandslash hard counters the Appleton with Ice Punch, which we did reteach. So random move but recover. We tank it all. We don't care. We one shot with Ice Punch. And we always bait Mystical Fire from Alcremie so it can't set up. We go to Penguin, who is Clear Body. And then we two-shot with Flash Cannon. $80 followers. My gosh. Brodacy. Thank you, King. Appreciate the follow. That is one heck of a player, man. I watched a ton of you before I ever went live for the first time. I'm pretty sure under a different name, right? I think you were like, I'm pretty sure you had a different handle at one point. But I remember watching you on this section specifically, doing like a 1 or 2 Pokemon line to this Bird Keeper guy. So welcome in. Well, the old heads never forget. Glad to have you here. This is probably not the run. We just had the run. We beat the game. We feel great about it. This is, let's give you the tour of the box. This is a run where all the encounters go wrong, but we keep persevering. Please wipe. Thank you, Dave. As always, much love, buddy. So, I'm a turtle runner by trade. This is my Penguin PB in life. All right, I'll be right there. Jay. So I just ran quirky all 31s. And apparently I'm wrong for doing that because there's like hidden power tech, but I didn't care because I don't know any better. And look, we're here with 4 badges on our first attempt. And then that's kind of where things went wrong, because We got good encounters to start, but they all have the wrong things. We got this min speed Masquerain. We got this minus attack Talonflame with Guy V's though. That's a guy. We got this minus speed Regenerator Mienfu. Thank you. Minus attack Luxray. Things just weren't going well. But we've kind of scrapped and clawed our way through. We lost 3 on Watson. We lost 1 on Norman. So we're doing all right. We just keep hitting rock types. The facade Milo. Love it. I love that Pokemon, man. Torkoal and Milo were the heroes of the run, so it felt so fitting that they got to be. I got to champ them. You know, even though Torkoal had been champed before, but just that they got to be on the final squad. Well, Dave, you're going to beat the game first. Holy J. 31, I know it's minus speed, but that's a juicer. And that's out to being everything it needs to on Watson. Who are the other ones? 0-0, bro. What is that? Not that Ampharos ever outspeeds anything. The defense is pretty sad. 0-0 is hilarious, but that is still going to be cracked. 31 special attack Ampharos does crazy things. Crazy things. It hits so many ranges as a mega when you have either max special attack or plus special attack. That is a guy despite the fact that it has 2 zeros. And then Jesus Christ. He's cheating. He's cheating. There's no way. This is Discord demon shit. There's no way. Jay, this is the run, man. That's right. You need to get the Mega Ring. That Ampharos deserves to be Mega. It just deserves it. 3 straight encounters with 31s. I don't think I had a 31 for a long time. I got a 30. I got 30 attack on my min speed Lopunny. That was 101 Bunnelby. Who did I? Jay, encounter today. We got this Zoroark, which is a pretty solid Zoroark, but just like probably not coming to fights when we have Weavile. So we just continue to double up on Pokemon rolls. I'm so afraid. I've never had it before. You can, and all you have to do is risk the run to a crit, Dave. Oh no, Rich Boy Santos. Oh no, I'm in trouble. I should not be doing Rich Boy Santos at after midnight my time. Baby girl, wake up. Wake up so I don't have to do this fight. She might. She's pretty close. All right. Gigalith probably leads on this guy. This Gigalith is insane. It does not. The AI knows exactly who it is. So the only person that can get tricked by it is you. All right. So is this a Lumberry Donphan moment? This does look like Lumberry Sturdy Donphan lead. Yeah, it's a fast-ish dark type that likes clicking special dark moves. But it's kind of a mixed attacker in this game. So every once in a while I'll need a specially dark move and it'll do something that Weavile doesn't do, but most of the time it's just strictly a weaker, slower Weavile. Again, it's a fine for NG+. It's a fine encounter overall. It's just I'm just tired of getting things I already have. This is the least well-rounded box I've ever had at any point in the game. You pre-parried your Beedrill holding a Pecha to bait move. What? What? That's sick, dude. Oh, so you pre-parried for speed control? And then you needed to bait knockoff, so you held an item? Jay, brings a tear to my eye, man. That's beautiful. And I bet you didn't even have to steer. Well, while you were doing that, we were pre-burning our Drapion to lower our damage so we didn't kill something with crit in the hail fight. So we're right there with you, buddy. We have not prepared this. I'm legit, like, proud. I love that, Jay. Love, love, love it. All right. So... So how do we beat this guy? Not maybe, Jay. Just when. You will get there. It's the old I believe that I will win. Usually I don't want to bait Mamoswine second, and that feels like it's the case here as well. Since I die to everything. I wonder if Kabutops can switch in. You fool. Kabutops can't switch into anything. He's trash. Alright, I no longer like Donphan lead. But I don't think Gigalith lead is any better. Gigalith lead is also getting me Mamoswine. It's just probably getting me Mamoswine Earthquake. Unless we get crit. Why am I laughing? I'm not sure. I don't remember the context. Oh, yeah, sun's up. Oh, I'm laughing at... No, I was probably laughing at Kabutops taking more damage than Dreadnought for the 90th time. Because this guy is ass. That's why he's in the trash. I thought that Safari Zone Rock Smash Glalie was the worst encounter I would ever get in my life, and then I saw this Kabutops yesterday. Okay, we could do the Talonflame lead, perhaps, but the Talonflame lead... Oh, no, then you get Hypnosis. Alright, what about Tailwind? Can we just Tailwind with a Chesto? Okay. Not even a Chesto, I think. I think we just... Citrus. Alright. So, turn 1, we Tailwind. Turn 2, we switch to somebody that can KO Ninetales and take a Flamethrower. In KO. Do we not? We don't have anybody that KOs this thing from full HP at all? Brother. All right. Fine. We'll go back to the Chestoberry play. Turn 1, we acrobatics. Excuse me. Turn 2, we tailwind. Turn 3, we switch in. Frostberry somebody. Oh, that'll just get me Solar Blade. Nope, you're strictly worse. Seems pretty bad. Can Gigalith just tank an Earthquake? Gigalith can almost turn an Earthquake into an Earthquake. What's 90? 31. It's pretty darn close. But it can't... Oh, but Stealth Rocks. Hypothetically, could we stall him out of, like, Icicle Crash? I don't think so. We could stall him out of Earthquake, maybe. That would take so many slots, though. Well, you know, this fight's hard all the time. Like, this isn't a fight that I bring Torterra to, so it's not like I can blame the lack of the starter change here. It's just a hard fight. I have a quad ice resist, so it was worth looking at. Problem is I'd have to start pre-damage. It's not quite, I don't have quite enough turns, considering I'll probably get crit like twice. So it would take me 3 slots and some pre-damage. We also have to keep in mind that we cannot intimidate the Mamoswine. That's a classic blunder. We can drop its speed. If we can drop its speed with something, then Empoleon beats it. And then Empoleon probably baits Eruption. Okay. That's something. Who the heck is dropping this guy's speed, though? It's an interesting one. It's exactly Gigalith don't get high roll crit. Not even. It's Gigalith don't get crit, period. Because we can't Citrus. If we Citrus, then we're baiting Stealth Rock. Oof, that's bad. 1 in 16 to be in dire straits. Right, so this is Donphan lead for now. Go Gigalith on random move. Well, we can't even go Gigalith on random move. We would have to get Earthquake. Random move isn't even safe. Alright, so this combination can't work. We can't, even though Donphan is a one-man answer to Ninetales, it's a terrible one for what we have. Random move Mamoswine is not an option. Do we have an option that is faster than Mamoswine? Alright, I can get an Empoleon speed drop on Ninetales with pre-burn. What does that do for me? I'm only doing 8%. Okay. Empoleon, Icy Wind into pre-poison Hardstone Dreadnought. KO's Ninetales. And then we get Mamo for Earthquake Fast Kill. We go Talonflame, I suppose. Okay. Go Talonflame on Earthquake, then go can't go Mienshao. Well, we could if we pre-damage, right? If we pre-damage to Ice Shard, we could do it. Get Earthquake, pre-damage to Ice Shard, go Mienshao with Muscle Band, fake out Drain Punch. Don't get double crit. Official play, approved play. Don't get high roll double crit. And it'd be high roll double crit and not click Stealth Rocks. Okay. We have to finish it fullish though to not get Shiftry. Right, almost entirely full HP. 2 Ice Shards. We don't always heal enough at all. So I think we have to try and hit a Willow. I do. So this would be Wide Lens. We hit a Wide Lens Will-O-Wisp. And then if he's burnt, we're just taking, then we have a Citrus Berry to guarantee we're above 50%, which is much better. Not guarantee, but yeah, guarantee. So we'll be at full. We'll get Typhlosion. We'll go to Caracosta. And we'll click Power Gem, I suppose. Okay, okay. Asking a lot of Caracosta here. Are you the right one? Yes. So Caracosta takes an eruption and an eruption. We're going to be baiting probably like random move. You usually need 2 guys to tank eruptions, but we're using our other 4 times resist. We don't have a final slot. Can we do Kabutop's stuff? No, we can't ever one-shot. Oh my god, Dave, this one's on you. Remember when you said don't keep leech life on Kabutops? We could KO the shift tree if we kept it. We could rapid spin on the other guy, and we could leech life KO. That's so funny. Yep. That's very funny. First impression. Yes, I am. I am enjoying it too. I enjoy it. That guy gets killed twice by the... No, Dave, you're missing the point. We could set up rapid spins on the Typhlosion and outspeed the Chlorophyll shift tree. We would just one-shot it. It would be a Kabutops chain kill, and then you could tell me how good of an encounter it was, but it's not possible now. Just for fun, I want to see what Sandslash takes. It takes 600%. See? Even the things it could do, it can't. It's not free if you don't have any Pokemon left. But thank you for your contribution. From the position I'm in, I have a full HP Mienshao that dies to Solar Blade. If I can bait a bunch of Dark Pulses, sure, I can do Mienshao things. I have a 50% Empoleon, which just dies to crit and is slower. I have a potentially dead Caracosta, who's just straight up dead to high roll double crit and is probably taking 3 different eruptions. And I have a pre-poisoned Dreadnought. Pre-poisoned? Do I need to be pre-poisoned? I need to be pre-poisoned or pre-damaged. Yeah, I need the hard stone. Yeah, I have to be pre-poisoned. So I have a Dreadnought at 60%, which means it can't help on Typhlosion. So basically the position is, if everything goes well, which is not a guarantee, we have Caracosta baiting random move Shiftry, and we have 1 slot. Maybe Drapion can do it with, and we're only dodging double burn. Let's think about that. If I pre-damage 1 point with a Rostberry, I think Drapion does it. Right, switch in. I think that works. Definitely need to go get the team ready at the Poké Center. We're gonna try. What a ragtag crew. I think there's risk on every Pokemon but the Ninetales. We can pre-toxic now, that's good. We can pre-toxic the Dreadnought now that we're past the Salazzle route instead of pre-regular poison. Okay. We also have to, we actually don't pre-damage because we think rocks are going to be up. Oh crap, rocks. Rocks are up. Then we are just dead to double heat wave plus rocks some of the time. God, this line is so bad. This line is so bad. Might be better off just doing the Gigalith play. No, because it doesn't let me have Dreadnought on the field either. Anything better. Anything at all that's better. Y'all are the best. Yeah, yeah, just bait shiftry lasts, chlorophyll guy, sun up, rocks up, burn chance. It's fine. Shiftry's baited last. We're still losing. Thank you for your contribution. Should have used the assault vest item. That would have done it. Empoleon, Icy Wind, Drop Speed. I flamed you because you told me not to keep Leech Life on Kabutops, and I could chain the Shiftry if I had kept Leech Life on Kabutops. You messaged me like 4 different times to not keep Leech Life, which seemed really important to you at the time. It has nothing to do with the bait order. It has everything to do with that. Just I deserved Trapinch. The game doesn't want to give it to me. Yeah, I'll just sack Onyx here. Icy Wind, Drop Speed, go pre-Toxic Dreddy with Heartstone. I am baiting Shiftry last. I don't know what's... Guys, the bait order is Mamo, then Typhlosion, then Shiftry. That is the plan. I have that. The order is not the problem. It's the not dying is the problem. Plus attack Trapinch. I'm a huge fan of plus speed Flygon personally. And I actually think that First Impression is not that good of a move on it. Then Drapion do it for free. Drapion is minus Spadef. He doesn't do it for free. He dies to 2 Heat Waves. I'm switching in on random move. I can't have Citrus because I can get burned. And if I burn, I don't KO and I die anyway. It's not free. Stop saying it's free. It's like you're not watching what you're seeing. It's crazy. He did say it. He did say it. He is wrong. The problem is, he is wrong. Unfortunately, I need to go feed baby girl. So I get out of jail free card. I'll come back with this tomorrow, certainly. I pre-toxic Citrus. I can't pre-toxic because there's already going to be rocks up, and I would still die. But thank you. I will look at the numbers tomorrow. It is possible that there is some combination of HP ranges and pre-toxic that will work on Drapion, but I'm not sure. I probably have to run this line even if it doesn't work, but I'm not going to run it right now. I'm going to go warm up a bottle of milk because somebody woke up. All right, fellas, let's see if there's somebody to raid. Yeah. Oh, Monkey's live. Let's go. Third Monkey's in a very similar spot in the game. And he hasn't streamed Run and Bun in a few weeks. He needs to learn how to be trolled.